There are so many changes happening right now in our world. For me, I'm just starting to see things, articles, and things written about, and to really start to let in the profound changes that are happening in our world. Like New York City is empty, it's open, but no one's there. And there's no theater productions that are going on, there's no tourists. Everybody's working from home. And I think a lot of people are questioning that the utility of living together so closely packed together. And as I was just kind of feeling into that and sensing into that, when I was younger, I really wanted to go to New York City. I thought it would be so exciting, all that energy. And then as I got older, I was kind of more scared to go. And so both of those are kind of to do with the nervous system. But what is our world, large and small, the changes that are happening? What is our world going to be like in 3 months and 6 months and 5 years? It's certainly different now than it was 6 months ago. And that uncertainty and fear and distress and grief, and there's so much here. And yet, one of the things that's stable and reliable is that we can come and do a practice. So, whether your practice is outside walking on the beach, if it's sitting silently watching the river flow by, if it's in your room doing a 61 points or a relaxation, we have this stability. And this reliability. And doing practice like this creates a resilience that might not be so accessible to many people, and certainly isn't accessible to all of us in a perfect way. But I love that we can come and do a practice and settle in and notice that when we put our attention into our jaw, that we stop clenching our teeth, even if it's just for a moment. And when we notice our shoulders are up around our ears and we let that soften and drop away, we can take a deeper breath. We can let our body relax. And one of the functions of the mind is to try to be alert to possible danger and to figure out ways to cope and to survive. It's a good thing that we do that. And it can get really out of control, really into a lot of catastrophic thinking. So worry and anxiety kind of feed on itself, and then the breath gets shallow and our nervous system gets alarmed. But it's the other way too. When we take some deep breaths, when we remind ourselves that we don't need to plan off into the future that we don't even know, or we remind ourselves that right now we're in a location where our body is safe, and we have a lot of experience that if we don't follow scary trains of thoughts, that we're going to be able to settle and breathe and relax our body. And that we have a base of resilience and strength. So if you were sitting behind your head watching the thoughts roll through, you would notice a variety of thoughts that came in response to these words. Sometimes it helps to name our experience or to notice on a kind of a detailed level. Oh, I have been doing a certain amount of catastrophic thinking, or I've been really blocking that out. I've been really watching a lot more Netflix or engaging in different things that help to distract me. I'm listening to a book on Audible that's 25 hours long that keeps my attention focused or something like that. And those aren't horrible things to do. They're just maybe different than when we're feeling more settled. And there's nothing more true than worry really robs us of the joy of a moment. So right now in this moment, we might notice that our body's feeling kind of settled. I can hear the rain on the metal roof of my cabin. I can feel the breath in my lungs. What are you feeling right now? What are you noticing in your environment right now? And resting and breathing and letting our body relax might be the most important preparation we can make for the day and for the weeks and months ahead. To really come down into the body. We're not trying to deny the alarm. We're not trying to say we shouldn't be vigilant. We can trust our body and we can work with what's going on in our body. So notice your whole body, head to toes, and notice your experience in your body right now. Soften through the forehead and eyebrows, your eyelids, corners of your eyes, the deep muscles of your eyes. And as you breathe in, keep your attention focused there. And then as you breathe out, let those small muscles of your forehead and eyebrows soften even more. Let go of your worry and anxiety. Soften your forehead and eyebrows. Let your forehead relax. And we might notice that sensation of air as it moves through the nostrils. Notice your cheekbones, corners of your mouth and lips. And notice your mouth and jaw, the hinges of your jaw. You can move your lower jaw around a little bit if you like. But when you are resting, see if you could develop a habit of resting with your upper jaw and lower jaw a little bit more widely spaced so your teeth aren't touching top to bottom. Of noticing if you're clenching your teeth so that you could let that go. It's such an unconscious habit. See if you could right now, with your attention, let your jaw soften. Let your tongue rest on the floor of your mouth. Let your vocal cords be still. And then from this softness of your forehead and eyes, mouth and jaw, bring your attention down into your neck. The front of your neck is from your chin through the throat to the collarbones, to your throat center. And the sides of the neck from just under your ears, along the sides of your neck, over your shoulders. Front of the shoulders, tops of your shoulders, back of your shoulders. Let your shoulders release away from your ears. And then from the back of your head, back of your neck, muscles right at the top of your back, and down into the large muscles around the shoulder blades and behind your heart center. And psychologically, we might be letting go of the burdens of the world. We might be letting go of that bracing or shielding when we soften our muscles. See if that would be okay. You could even move your shoulders up a bit and then let them release if that would feel good. Let all of those muscles of your upper back soften and relax. Let your attention flow from the sides of your neck through your shoulders down into your arms. Right now, our arms and hands could be at rest. Imagine that any tension or tightness is draining away through your fingertips, leaving your arms soft and relaxed. We almost have to remind ourselves that right now we don't have to do anything with our body. We're relaxing our body and letting ourselves rest. You could bring your attention to your feet and legs as well. We don't have to run. We don't have to move about in the world. Let the large muscles of the front of your thighs, the back of your thighs soften. You could stretch your legs, move your feet around. Let your legs be at rest. This is how we build resilience. We rest. We let the blood flow more easily when we soften our muscles. And then bring your attention up through your hips, your lower belly, navel center, stomach area, rib cage, up through the chest. Out to the whole of your body again. Be aware of that field of energy that's in that space that your body is occupying. Notice the energy of your mind, of your thought stream in particular. Your mind might still be, oh, but what about this? We need to think about that. We need to prepare. And you're like, take a deep breath. Right now, we actually don't have to do that. Right now, the best thing we can do is to let our mind rest, our body soften. Bring your attention back to your belly and anchor your attention to your breath. Ideally, our breath is diaphragmatic and smooth, continuous. And the way to do that is simply to relax the muscles of the belly, especially the lower belly, and let your body move without any restriction. For several breaths, just watch and see what the body is doing with the breath. As you soften the belly, it will change a bit. And then you could work with the evenness of the breath, about the same length as you breathe in as when you breathe out, and that it's continuous and smooth. And all of that will happen as we soften our belly and bring our attention to the breath. And notice the breathing and what the effect of the breathing is in your body. Notice how your body softens as you breathe out. It's a little bit easier to let go on the out breath. We let go of thoughts, of worry, of tightness in our body. We let everything soften. And if thoughts come back into the mind, we let the reassurance settle them. We reassure ourselves that, in fact, the best thing we can do right now is to continue with this practice, to relax our body, focus our breath, focus our mind. Take some deeper breaths. And as you breathe out, remind yourself that it's okay to breathe out. It's okay to have a long, slow exhale. We have time for that. And that it's okay to breathe in fully and deeply. There's no predator here that's going to hurt us if we breathe in. It's okay to breathe in, even a little bit noisily if you want to take a deep breath. And a sigh. Let any lingering tension go out of your body. And then for the last couple of minutes of practice, to enjoy the relaxation and the softness, enjoy your breath. Let your mind be still. And notice that as we are grounded and steady, we remember that we know how to relax our body, our breath. We can work with the worry and the anxiety that's in the mind, just like we would reassure a small child who's anxious or afraid. We're present, we're kind, patient. This kind of fear and catastrophic thinking and worry and anxiety are all really normal responses to the situation that we're all in. And we can reassure ourselves and really be present with ourselves. And that will help. That will help to make us feel steadier and more resilient. Let that really soak into your whole body. This grounded resilience. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Finish the practice.